Welcome to the media chat room, and we are live behind the headlines. Hope that you all are having a fantastic Friday. Y'all, we're live with a trending topic, and we will be discussing one of the food trucks that Keith Lee ended up visiting while he was in Dallas, Texas. And this one ended up going viral fairly quickly because the woman or the lady that you see on the right, she has a presence on social media. So when you come in, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover. I promise you're going to love it here. And make sure that you also hit the notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. So, y'all, this is an interesting story because it has a lot to do with basically like morals and integrity. So, I went ahead and copied all of the videos so that we could watch them together so that we can kind of see who's right and who's wrong in the situation. So, let me go ahead and break it down, break it down, break it down. Okay, so y'all know, if you don't know, Keith Lee, he is the person who is in the middle. He is a food critic. And so him and his family are currently on tour going to different cities to try different foods to leave food reviews so that he can bring notoriety and visibility to small businesses, i.e., restaurants, food truck, food stands, things like that. So currently he is in Dallas. And so he went to one of these food trucks that the owner who is on the left, her son basically kind of marketed and campaigned for him to come visit. In addition, with the girl on the right, who is Sherelle, she has a presence on social media too. So the owner who is on the left, she owns this food truck called Sweetly Seasoned, and they recently moved to the area, and her son is friends with Sherelle, who is on the right. So they campaigned for Keith Lee to visit their restaurant, and he ended up deciding that he would go and visit. So he ended up going to visit. When he visited, he gave the food a review, and then he gave them specific instructions. Now, one thing you need to know about Keely is when he goes to do a food review, he usually he always pays for his own food. He is one who does not like special treatment. He wants everybody to be treated the same. So he pays for his own food because he knows that a lot of times these are struggling businesses. He doesn't want to be treated any differently. Two, he rates his experience and his customer service levels and the food, all that. And then he gives a tip. Now, usually it's in the form of hundreds to thousands of dollars. So in this instance, he ended up leaving this restaurant owner or food truck owner $4,000. He left her $4,000. However, he told her specifically how to split it. So he said 2,000 is for you, 1,000 is for the hair braiders, then another 1,000 is for the people who cutting hair. And he assumed that they were out there cutting hair for free, or he was giving it to them so that they could cut hair for free. Either way, she told him, or he told her, that 2,000 was for her and 2,000 was for these two other individuals. The other individuals are brother and sister. Now, again, Sherelle, who has a presence on social media, she helped campaign and rallied for Keith Lee to come to this establishment because she is a fan. I mean, usually anybody who's on TikTok who has some kind of idea as to who he is, people want to meet him because he seems to be a very nice guy, and he's very caring of people. Even though he have social anxiety, he may not, be with people like that, but people really like him because he's trying to do good in the community, especially for businesses. So she rallied trying to also help to get him to the establishment. Now, this is her friend who is the owner of the food truck son. They are the ones who have the connection. And she ended up going to the establishment to help him slash his mom because he's trying to help his mom. And so because Sherelle is his friend, she's trying to help him in addition to knowing that Keith Lee is coming. And he is coming because and they know he's coming because for some instance, I don't know, usually you don't know he's coming, but in this instance, I don't know how or why he ended up identifying and letting them know that he would be coming. So they ended up going by a whole lot of food, making sure they had stuff to be able to serve. So this is going to be a long video. I'm telling y'all now. Hi, hope that you like it, hope that you enjoy, but it's going to be a long video because we're going to play the videos together. Now, I've already listened to the videos, but I'm going to listen to it again with you all so that we can make sure that we're hearing the same thing. And if we want to chit chat about it, we could also do that. In addition to, you can find everything here. There are more videos that's floating around on TikTok. However, these were the most pertinent ones. And the other ones is just kind of like fillers. And she ended up also going live earlier this morning, which I missed it. She went live with another host. So she probably have more of an update, which I'll get to later and come back and fill you guys in if I find it. But honestly and truly, y'all, I forgot to go back because once I went on TikTok and I was listening because she does have a presence and a following on TikTok. I just kind of went down a rabbit hole and started listening to her. Now she became or she gathered her following because she does story times. And so her story times are very entertaining. She's had a very interesting life, to say the least. And so, kind of once you start listening to it, you kind of get wrapped in. And so, just to be transparent with your chatty patty, that's why I have not gone on to get an update to see if someone has recorded the live to see what has happened as of yet. Okay, so we're about to get into this video. And again, this video I gave you the information leading up to the video. Again, there is the woman, um, Sherelle. She is a TikToker and she helps her friend Ignorant Ty, so that he can help his mom get Keith Lee down to her food truck so that he could help get some business exposed. Because usually, if Keith Lee comes to your establishment, he doesn't guarantee anything. However, 8 times out of 10, it's going to go viral and people are going to start to floodgate your establishment. You're going to patronize your business. However, this one got a lot of negative attention because Sherelle, who is a TikToker, came on to let people know that she was not trying to give up the money that Keith Lee told her to give to her and her brother. Now, Sherelle, she forfeited her money. She didn't want the money. She just wanted the money to go to her brother because her brother is a new business owner. He cuts hair or whatever. So she really just wanted the money to go to her brother. However, the lady was like, "No, your brother ain't getting that money because yada yada yada." They kind of came up with an excuse saying that Keith Lee wanted him to be cutting haircuts for free, but he didn't even do nobody haircuts for free, so he didn't get the money. Basically, they was kind of like gatekeeping the money, trying to be Paw Patrols. But this ended up heavily backfiring on them to where we're gonna talk about was it worth it for her to end up keeping this $4,000, which it ended up being more than 4,000 because Sherelle is going to explain how much Keith Lee actually dropped in the establishment. Because not only did he pay for his own food, which was $80, he also gave left money in the sum of like 800 and like 60 something dollars for people outside of the establishment to eat for free, and anybody who wants to come and eat plus the tip. So in that one day, in that short span of time, they made over $4,500, really 48, $4,900. And so this lady, she would have walked away with an additional 3,000 because Sherelle, again, she forfeited her 1,000 just because she wanted to not only help them but more so less meet Keatley, which she was able to do. Um, but overall, she wanted her brother to be able to get the money. So we're going to listen to Sherelle explain the story. We're going to listen to Ignorant Ty, who is Ignorant Tay, whatever his name is, which is the son of the business owner, his response, who is friends with Sherelle. And we're going to also listen to the owner's video for her response after what happened, or her accounts as to what happened and what was going on. And then we could kind of talk about it. If you step into the chat room. Okay, here we go.
I bet you're wondering how we got here. Well, let me tell you. So, a lot of y'all know yesterday I got to meet Keith Lee. Great. Congratulations. I'm still humbled by the experience. Like, I am ecstatic. Blessings to your family. I really appreciate you. But now, this is where the downfall comes in. A lot of y'all was on my live when he said this. I see y'all giving out haircuts. My little brother, yeah. So he wants to leave $1,000 to the barber so he can cut everybody. Oh, that's my little brother. He wants to go pick up my baby brother from school. We want to leave you $1,000 to hair. We want to leave you $2,000. And granted, everything was cool, right? Me being me and thinking everybody else is going to have the same genuine heart as me, I charged him $4,000 on his card, meaning all the money went to the food truck in hopes that she would do what she needed to do, right? Wrong. So after everything had died down, mind you, on top of him tipping $4,000, this man left an extra $886 to feed everybody else that was coming, right? Right. But this is where she went wrong. I'm in the truck, mind you, I'm a worker. This is your business, so I'm doing what you say. She tell me after this person, which is a third person, that you got to start charging again. Now it's one thing when he say I'm leaving this for free, and for somebody to come and order like one of everything on the menu and try to get both desserts and drinks and shit. Like, yeah, you can put a limit on that. But if this man left you almost $1,000, why the fuck did you stop handing free food out after the third person? Make it make sense. So, all right, everything was cool. It was time to close down. You know, my friend done ran to the store. He helping his mama. He coming out his pocket with his own money. And I looked at her and I was like, so Keith Lee literally just spent $5,200 with you. She was like, girl, I know. I'm so excited. Like, before I got on here, I was broke. And before y'all come for me talking about don't be releasing no personal information, it got personal when you played with my baby brother. So everything was cool, calm, and collect, right? She told me, she said, look, I just want to let you know it'll be about a day or two before you guys get your money. I work with Square. I've been running my business for the past 4 years with Square, so I know exactly how it works. But if you've been running this business for years, your money gonna clear the next day. Correct? So this morning we got up. Mind you, I'm thinking I gotta go back to help her because yesterday you ain't have nobody that wanted to work for you. You get what I'm saying? So my friend had me come and help you, and then my brother was really only out there, but you somehow trying to make it seem like my brother was giving free haircuts when he was posting flyers with his prices on them. Come on. So then I wake up today. People hit me up talking about we want to make your menus, we want to make your flyers, da 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 da. My main thing was I'm not the face of this company. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the face of this company, but I can put you in contact. If you go through my comment section, you will definitely see where I'm tagging her business over and over and over because people thought it was my shit. So I hit her this morning, was like, Kim, you have workers today? Also, there's a guy who's wanted to do your menu and flyers for you, so I'm sending him your number. Who is this? Sherelle. Yes, I have workers for today, and you can send me his info. Thank you. That was it. So I respond back. I will send you his Instagram, and did you see if your money cleared? You can keep the money that was left for me, but my brother is preparing to leave and go back home, and I'm unsure how he'll get it once he leaves. Granted, all I had to do was send it to her, or she could have sent it to him, whatever. She said, please call me back so an agreement can be made. But before we even got to those messages, she called me and she was just like, well, I didn't invite your brother to come out there and cut hair. I didn't invite you. My son invited you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give $1,000 to my son and he'll give y'all whatever it is he see fit out of there. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Now, I did you a solid by saying I get money. When I opened my eyes this morning, I had a deposit for $1,500. You get what I'm saying? And I made money since. So I told you to keep my money, but I was more so pressed about the issue of my brother. Keith Lee don't know my brother. My brother don't know Keith Lee. My brother don't know any of y'all out here. But when you gave him the green light to post his flyers, after he cut both of your sons' head, yes, they paid. He wasn't cutting nobody's hair for free. Who the fuck put that out there? If you cutting hair for free, why are you posting flyers with prices? You get what I'm saying? There's a girl on Facebook, hold on, whom I'm assuming is her oldest son's wife, fiance, whoever she is. This is all lies, just like the free cuts were, because people had to pay. Of course they had to pay. The two people hair that he cut was both of the owner's sons. So why the fuck would he be giving the owner's sons, whose mom is getting visited by Keith Lee, free cuts? You get what I'm saying? Because it was never advertised. But then I later found out my friend had said he assumed that he was giving free cuts. No, he pulled up to the area because he saw it as an opportunity because we couldn't make it to Jonathan's shop to meet him in time. No one. Y'all didn't hear it on my face. Y'all didn't see it on my platform. Y'all didn't hear it out my brother's mouth say, I'm giving free cuts, pull up to the spot. Do you know how many people would have pulled up? Keith Lee probably was under the assumption. Hell yeah, he didn't even say it. Let's be honest. Keith Lee didn't even say, oh, I'm giving you $1,000 because. He said, I'm giving you $1,000 so you can go and get free haircuts. But bitch, we couldn't even make it out there to get free haircuts because you tripping over $2,000. Now the principle of the matter is, because I know several of y'all out there thinking like, bro, it's just $1,000, bro. Like, don't you got more money than that? Don't TikTok pay you? Da-da-da-da. TikTok pays me well. YouTube pays me well. Both of my Facebook pages pays me well outside of whatever it is that I do in my real life. You get what I'm saying? The principle of the matter is my brother is from Louisiana. My brother is a self-taught barber. He went and got his license just so he can work in a shop. And when he come out here and he posting up with all of his shit outside and he's saying, yo, I'm selling haircuts, your sons come down and they sit in there and then you gonna sit there and have a nerve to tell me Keith Lee don't understand. Y'all not even a part of the brand. So I don't feel inclined to give you the money. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you, bro. Like, I'm not even playing when it comes to this shit, bro. I'm big on integrity. I'm big on doing what's right. I came out there and I helped you for free. I stood in that little bitty ass, hot ass motherfucking food truck to help you because my friend asked me to. And this is the thanks that I get? I couldn't even get a thank you from you at the end of the day, bro. Like, come on. The man walked up and literally said, I seen your live. I seen this live. The wife even said, hey, Sherelle, let me see that cheer. Was nobody on the live? Like, come on. Well, I know y'all was on the live, but come on, bro. You got your kids in the background fighting for you. Like, it ain't even your kids. It's that one lady who didn't even want to get in a food truck with you in the first place. That's how I ended up there. If your kids really gave a fuck, I would have been at home in my bed. I would have been at home in my bed. Keith Lee would have never seen me type shit. I would have still popped out. I ain't even gonna lie, because my friend would have told me. But that's besides the point. The sole purpose of this was so you could get the exposure. You get what I'm saying? You wanted the Keith Lee effect. And we did our part to make sure that could happen. And I can't even say to make sure. To kind of hope and pray that it would happen, and it did. You know what I'm saying? I'm screenshotting what Keith Lee put on here. Oh, yeah, and beforehand, that was the email I sent to him today because I was serious about my integrity. I was serious about the principle of the matter. If this man came all the way out here and he blessed your motherfucking business with his presence and to say, this shit was good as a motherfucker, then the least you can do is get out of the way of somebody else's blessings and honor it. After I already told you, you can keep my band. Who the fuck running around here saying, I don't want that $1,000, you can have it? Who's doing that? And I came and worked for you for free? For free? But today, all of a sudden, you wake up, you got workers. I wanted to leave you $1,000 for doing braids. Wanted to leave $1,000 to the barber so he can cut everybody's hair for free. By the time Keith Lee left, your motherfucking ass closed the shop down. So the goal was for him to return today, right? But you look my brother dead in his eyes last night when he came to spend money at your establishment and told him, you missed your blessing, but I got the money that Keith Lee gave you. I'm going to give it to you when my money clears. But today you wake up and you singing a different tune. And we want to tip you $2,000. So at what point of it do you feel like you can play God and step in the way and say, oh, I'm going to block this blessing from this young black man who's trying and do what I want to do? And you think your shit gonna prosper? Baby, I'm gonna make it my personal mission to see that nobody will see Sweetly Seasoned. You hear me? I don't care if I gotta post up on every block that you own and make protest videos. You do understand that a lot of these people wanted to come out and see my face. Do you hear it in the live? Is that Sherelle? Is that Sherelle? You get what I'm saying? I am the clout, bro. I'm the clout. And I'm pissed off and I'm really agitated at the fact that your motherfucking ass sat there 2 days ago and said how your family treated you, how this person, that person, and that person treated you, and I don't know you from a can of motherfucking paint. And I got up on my bed and I came to help you, and this is the thanks I get? Bitch, I ain't even get a real fucking thank you. And with all due respect, Keith Lee, I did not want to bring you into this shit, but you did your part, so now I gotta do mine. The S effect is in full effect, and I'm on your ass. For sure.
Okay, y'all. So that was Sherelle explaining her side as to what exactly happened. And so from her point of view, she had not only helped to solicit for Keith Lee to come out, but she helped the lady with the food truck because she did not have enough or any workers. In addition to it, Keith Lee did leave her a tip as well. But she told the lady to keep it in addition to her, or just to make sure that her brother received his money. So the owner of the business, she like, well, I don't know you, I don't know your brother, your son. I mean, my son was the one who kind of brought y'all in on the mix, which y'all shouldn't even be a part of because that's the whole reason why y'all got the money. And that's her mentality. Her mentality is y'all only got the money because Keith Lee think that y'all are with us, which if y'all see and saw on the picture, yes, she was there that particular day to be a part of the brand because she was doing videos to help solicit Keith Lee to come so that your business can be exposed. But I don't know if she really don't understand the concept of how social media works, but just for some reason in her mind, she thinks that her son is the one who did all this work to get Keith Lee there. And so her not knowing Sherelle personally, she feels as though I guess her son is the one who she needs to deal with. And in addition to that, the only reason why this money came to her for them is because Keith Lee thinks that they're part of the establishment and they're really not. So therefore, they have the control as to who the money should and shouldn't go to. However, that shouldn't be the case. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into her son's video. And her son is the one who's actually friends with Sherelle, and that's how Sherelle got into the mix because of their friendship. So let's go.
Okay, so let me address this situation and let me tell y'all the truth, unbiased of what's really going on. Basically, somebody wants clout and they want their name involved in this situation so bad that they are telling lies in order to gain attention and followers. Notice that all of their videos mentioning Keith Lee, whether positive or negative, are the only ones on their page that are over 100,000 views. Check out mine, that's not the case. I do not have to use Keith Lee to exploit for views. I would never do that to him. The fact that somebody I call my friend is doing that is making me sick to my stomach, and that's why I was not trying to make a video to address it. Like I told Sherelle, let's handle it privately. However y'all want to do it, we can email Keith Lee, we can talk to him, we can figure it out. But this internet stuff ain't no point for that. That's just for views and money and clicks. Like, we don't need to do that. The issue was, listen to the words that Keith Lee said in this video.
Thank y'all for having us. I see y'all getting our haircuts and doing braids. So we want to leave $1,000 to the barber so we can cut everybody else.
Everybody speak English, right? Everybody heard him say he wanted to give $1,000 to the barber to cut everybody's hair for free. But when it came time for that to happen, the barber said he could not make it. He cut one head for free that day, and that was before Keith Lee even got there. Everybody else, he got paid for. He pulled up to the event because he knew Keith Lee was going to be there because we got a call the day before saying he was. So in order to help build his brand, we allowed him to use the generator, use everything else, use whatever resources he needed to help him build his business. I made a promotional video to try to get him more clients. I was trying to help the man. So initially, through the excitement, we was all just thinking Keith Lee donated the $1,000 to him just, out of the kindness of his heart. But after the excitement wore down and we watched the videos, it was like, oh, he said to cut hair for free. So that's when I asked Sherelle, could her brother come to the food truck to cut the hair for free? She said, no, he has to leave, but he wants his money before he leaves. But you didn't do what Keith Lee asked, so why do you want the money? We have to now find a whole nother barber and pay them to cut the hair, but your brother still want his money and y'all know we're struggling. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna lose a friend over $1,000. It's not worth it. They really need this money so bad. So I said, out of my bank account, I will pay the $1,000. Out of Keith Lee's money, the $1,000 will go towards another barber who can actually come and cut hair because he couldn't. Okay? Sherelle said she didn't want her $1,000 because she knows the situation my mom is in. She knows about the food truck need fixes. She knows everything. So she was acting like she was being so nice and caring. Like, oh, I don't want the part. I just wanted to meet Keith Lee. I got what I wanted. And then the next day, she's like, oh, my brother want his money even though he don't want to cut no hair. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to still give you the money because I don't want to argue with my friend. But my bank card got stolen. I can't get in my account right now. He got to wait till I can make it to the bank. They wanted the money. It was like 5 p.m. at this point. They wanted it that same day before he left. How I'm gonna get to the bank? I don't got no bank card. The bank closed. What you want me to do? My mom does not have the money. I had to buy the money for the food on the food truck with my money. I can show y'all the bank account slips, me going to take out the withdrawal. I can show you everything. I took $3,000 out of my bank account so that we could go and buy the food and have enough for the Keith Lee effect or whatever have you, because everybody knows my mom did not have the money. I said it on TikTok. I said it to my friend. She knows what's going on. Did she care? No. She cared about the clout. So first you say you're coming to help a struggling business owner and all of this stuff. And then you say, I don't want nothing. I just want to meet Keith Lee. I just want to be a part of it. And now you drag your brother along because nobody invited him to come. He comes along. He cuts one person's head for free. Keith Lee sees it on the live because I thought he was giving a free haircut, so I announced it on the live, which I apologize for. I thought he was giving free haircuts out. He even cut my brother's hair. So I told my brother, you know what? He trying to get some, new customers in Dallas. You looking for a barber? Sit down, let him cut your hair. It's free. Just try him out. My brother did so. Afterwards, the barber was asking for money. I'm like, I thought it was free. He's like, no, I need my $30. So now I'm irritated. I'm just like, whatever. I got 20 I can send you. So I sent him the $20. My brother sent him the other 10. My brother also pays him for my nephew's haircut as well. But I said, because he just had like a newborn child recently or something, I'm like, just give him the money because I just don't want to deal with all the drama behind $1,000. My mom says she does not have the money to give because the payment has not cleared yet. Said once it's cleared, she will send over the money. Said she will send it to me and I will send it to him because she's not dealing with Sherelle or him at this point because of the way they were acting. So they can stop lying, saying that he did what Keith Lee asked for and cut hair for free, because he did not cut people's hair for free. We had to pay another barber to come and cut people's hair for free the way Keith Lee asked for it to be done, because that barber said he had to go out of town. He does not live in Dallas, by the way. He was visiting. I said, that's fine. I told Sherelle, as soon as I get sent the money, I'll give it to you. If I can get access to my bank account before she send it, I'm gonna give it to you. So you could have cut hair because you was in town. You just didn't want to. You just want the money for free. So I said, I'm still gonna give him the money for free. Whatever, I'll take the L. The community expect the haircuts because Keith Lee said it. We're gonna get another barber. We're gonna please everybody. Cool, we had it all figured out. So they know that I can't go to the bank and get the money because the bank's closed. My mom doesn't have the money in her bank account. So how is she supposed to get it? And you're giving me an ultimatum that if you don't get your money by a certain time, you're going to go on the internet and blast my mom's business and ruin her reputation that she works so hard to build. Yet you're out here scamming people. We don't do things like that. Search up the person's name who out here slander my mom's name. Search up them and scam in the search bar and see what comes up. Now do that with my name and see what happens. Nothing. People want to talk about ethics until it's time to show some. Literally everybody was getting paid, even though it was a misunderstanding with Keith Lee regarding the barber being there. My mom never invited the barber. She never spoke to him. I never invited the barber either. He came. I was happy he was able to cut my hair. I was thinking it was free. It was a big misunderstanding. But because I caused a lot of the misunderstanding, I'm like, no, I was a busy day for me. I'll forget it. I'll pay him $1,000. My mom wanted to do what was right with the money Keith Lee gave her because he said to get free haircuts. So she was like, if he can't make it, we got to get somebody else, because she wanted to do, the videos and all of that stuff of it being done with the people in the line. We just wanted the whole thing in effect, but her brother would not do it. So although her brother couldn't show up and do the job Keith Lee asked for and cut people hair for free, he was able to show up and ask for his money at closing. He kept making up excuses on why he had to leave town, but yet he's still here. And now you're trying to slander my mom's business that I have worked so hard for over these days. It's jealousy. It's evil. You wonder how some people, everybody always into it with them. How many times have y'all seen me into it with anybody on this internet? But the other person, they're always into it with people. It's always drama surrounding their name. People have literally paid money to get them taken off of this earth. I don't have those type of issues. People love me because I give out pure, genuine love and don't expect anything in return. What they did was all under conditions. It was under conditions that she meets Keith Lee and they get pictures and they get this and that. It was all them. If you out here for this struggling business owner trying to help, why is it now all about you? Y'all steady saying she didn't want to give you the money out the thing. No, she wanted to do what Keith Lee wanted to do with the money. I said I will give you $1,000 because you felt like you were entitled to $1,000 for cutting one person's hair. So y'all answer me this. If we were trying to do the right thing, get a barber to come cut the green hair. If we were going to still pay the barber $1,000 just for cutting one person's hair because Keith Lee said so, why come to the internet? On my right hand to God, on my grandmother's grave, y'all, I told her and her brother several times, more than 5, don't even worry, I'm going to give you the money as soon as I can. So why bring it to the internet, y'all? Strictly clout. They used the situation, they put drama around me and Keith Lee's brand. And this is somebody who I trusted. I should have never trusted a content creator. All they care about is views, likes, and clickbait. So she's going to keep talking about Keith as long as she can to keep it rolling.
Okay, y'all. So that was the son giving his account as to what happened. And in some, he's saying that basically Keith Lee gave us $1,000 so that we can get some people haircuts, and we was going to take the $1,000. We told him to come back, cut people hair for free, and you going to get the $1,000 because we want Keith Lee to know we actually did what was said to be done with the money. And so they were going to be creating content surrounding that. However, based off of what Sherelle said, they didn't want to give the $1,000 at first, just in general. But just to sum it up, he was gonna, since the guy, which is Sherelle's brother, could not cut the hair, they was gonna give them the $1,000 and still find somebody to cut the hair. But the part that ended up going wrong and why they're not receiving the Keith Lee effect is because, again, she's trying to gatekeep. So Keith Lee had already given the instructions. This was up to this young man to do what he was supposed to do, because now it ended up affecting her business. And now people are not patronizing her business because they're upset, because they think that she was trying to keep the money, whether it be for herself or whether it be for somebody specifically. It has now cost her her brand and her reputation, and the effect that she thought that she was going to be getting, she now is not receiving. Now we're going to go ahead and get into her video and her direct response, and you'll see why she says and feel like she's not wrong.
First of all, I want to say I'm not a scammer, and I'm not a thief. I am just a person who's trying to make it every day. I want to give a shout out to my son for marketing me. I don't know how many of you guys follow him, but because of him, that is the reason why Keith Lee came to visit me. Now, when I arrived that day, the only reason why Sherelle was there, and I don't know her that well. The only reason why she was there is because my son asked her to be there, I guess. I don't know. And then she said that she wanted to meet Keith Lee, so she just wanted to be there. So it wasn't that she was working for me. She really just wanted to be there for Keith Lee. But I want to give a shout out to her anyway, you know, because her and my... She frozen. Okay, they went on Facebook Live, Instagram, I don't know what platform it was, and they were marketing me, trying to get him out there to see me. So I still want to thank her for doing that. And yes, she do deserve to be compensated for that. But she will not even talk to me about that, you know? Now, getting to the nitty gritty. So we all out there. And my son called this guy, I guess that's her brother. I didn't know him, never seen him, to come cut his hair. And he came out there to cut his hair. He plugged his thing into my generator, and he cut his hair. I'm in the food truck. I'm going crazy because I know he's coming. And I'm trying to get... So I'm not fully aware of what's going on outside, y'all. So next thing I know, I see a girl running and Sherelle running. They hug. And I'm like, who? You know, who is that? Come find out she was supposed to have been braiding old girl hair. But she told her to come out there because she didn't want to miss Keith Lee. So when Keith Lee did arrive, it looked as if they were with me. And it looked as if they was doing free... I feel like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King with so many hate calls all night long, threatening me. Now, I know some of you guys is not going to be on my side because y'all phone is going crazy. It's been like that. I'm trying to get this out. I know you... Some of you guys is not going to be on my side because you are very big fans of hers. I hear that she's a big TikToker. I don't know much about her. All I know is I built this business from the ground up. Me and my son. And for her to even think, because she called somebody out there just to braid her hair, that she deserved $1,000 and try to make it seem like... Now, I could see if when Keith Lee said, give that barber $1,000 for a free haircut, he should have said, anybody, come on, who wants a haircut for free? Come on. Then he would have deserved it. Then that would have made him with me. Because now you're helping me. You're shining on me. This man was not with me. He was only solely there because my son called him to cut my hair. Now, I would love to do the right thing. And I feel like I did do the right thing. Now, for her, and then I told her, on top of that, I didn't even have the money. He paid with a credit card. The money just hit the bank account today. I'm going to give my son what he deserves. And I would give her some, because she did market me that morning, but that's all she did. And I don't even know who he is. The barber, that's my son's hair. He wasn't with me. Keith Lee, I heard he thought that they were my kids. They're not my kids. Those were my son's friends. But this ain't even about money, y'all. This is about the principle. How dare you come and make it seem like this was something that it wasn't? You were supposed to be out there to support Sweetly Seasoned, a struggling business. And then you turn around and make it seem like it was something that it wasn't? I dare you. I dare you. And yeah, for everybody, I'm getting emotional because y'all have no idea how much work and effort I put into my business. And I don't know if this was going to make me or break me. I don't know, but I know I got God. And God is the one that told me to go to school. And go to school again. I've been flourishing ever since. I have won chef awards. I have done a lot of things. And I have a lot of upcoming things that I plan on doing. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I want Keith Lee to tell me, after him knowing the truth now, if that man tell me to give them the money, I'll give it to him. Because I'm in for... If he tell me to give them that money, knowing that they was not with me, and just let y'all know she's a scammer. Yes, give and you will receive. That is true. He already told me to. He told me, yeah, he did. He said, listen closely. Go to the video Go to the video and listen closely to what he says. He says, give that barber the $1,000 for free haircuts. There was no free haircuts. My son paid him. There was no free haircuts. He wasn't even there for that. He was never there for that. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? He was never there. Oh, the free food. That's a lie. That's a lie. I supposed to close at 5 o'clock, but Keith Lee came right before that. So, I sat out to 9 o'clock giving out free food to everybody. That is a lie. That is a lie. And then for when Keith Lee D came, I don't understand why that girl jumped in the pictures when she is not a part of us. She should not have been in any of the pictures. She didn't even belong there. Oh, honey, baby. Tears. I ain't trying to cry for a pity. I serve God. I serve a God, and I'm going to do the right thing. Just hanging out.
Just cause.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this, and I hope to see you guys. I'm not gonna let this stop me. I hope to see you guys. I have some great things coming up. It is what it is. It was everything. You cannot believe everything you hear, and you cannot believe what people say. Facts is facts.
So she had a lot of technical difficulties in terms of her streaming, but basically, the sum of what she was saying is basically Keith Lee gave that money to them under the impression that they were her sons and that they were a part of the business, and therefore, she was supposed to make sure that they did what was intended, which was to give out free haircuts. She didn't know them, but she did know that they did not give away free haircuts per his instructions for the money. Now, she also continues to say that Sherelle shouldn't have been in those pictures and she didn't really know her like that. However, Sherelle did help her with the business in terms of that day, making sure that he got served and doing what they were supposed to do in order for Keith Lee to rate the food. She also is the one, and I believe it's in the video that I'm going to show next, who created the shirts for them. And if y'all saw in the picture that I showed y'all before as well, Sherelle had on a shirt. So she had that shirt on, which says Sweetly Seasonings, before Keith Lee even got out there. So she was aware of what she was promoting and that she would be associated with that business. However, now that it has a negative effect and negative attention, she's basically drawing back and said she shouldn't have been in them pictures. She shouldn't have been a part of it. My son platform is the one who kind of gave us the exposure and brought Keith Lee here. Da 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 da. However, if you go and look through the Instagram, because Sherelle and her son are friends, they collaborate all the time, and that's exactly what they did. Strategically collaborate so they could get the word out to Keith Lee to show up there. So basically, when you just look at it, it was one, a lot of miscommunication. Two, there was greed in this situation because however it goes, she still got not only the $2,000 tip, but the extra $1,000 that Sherelle left, and then she was still trying to gatekeep. She should have given him the money and said, well, Keith wants you to cut people's hair for free, so make sure that if you get some customers today, or make sure that you advertise this in a way to get some people to your establishment, that you cut 1,000 worth of people heads, so that this money could be used the way that it was intended, because everybody know Keith Lee whole brand and purpose is to help struggling businesses. And that would have been on him. You can't gatekeep everything all the time or try to monitor things that are not of your concern. However, even when she was explaining that, if y'all can see, she kind of had a little nastiness because she like, I didn't know them. I didn't tell them to come up in here. I'm giving it to my son, and he the one who deserved that money, and he could see fit. Well, to be honest and truthful, because her son works for, with, or is a part of her establishment, if her son was to be getting some money, it should have been from the tip that he left for her in her establishment, because it was clearly stated again that that money was specifically for specific, it was specifically intended for specific things. Now, another thing that I want to touch on is the fact that if you heard in her son's video as well as her video right here, she was like, Sherelle's a scammer. Now, I don't know these people from a can of paint, and I just came upon the story just because it's going viral. But when they say that, they're kind of putting it out there false and loosely. Sherelle, and if y'all remember, I told y'all I got on the live late and I wasn't able to follow the current status as to what has happened since then, meaning if her brother has gotten the money or whatever like that, because she has been going live. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it because I've been in a rabbit hole at her content. And basically, she's a content creator that does story time. And so if you listen to her story times, I just left off of one of the stories where basically she talks about in her past, like 2015-ish kind of, so like years ago. And I believe based off of what I've seen as to what's going on now and what her life was back then, her life has totally changed. She grew up in the foster care system, and she basically went through a whole lot of trials and tribulation. And once she got associated with one of her children's father, she kind of had some issues with the law. And within that law, it involved a lot of writing bad checks. So when they say that she is a scammer, that's what they're referring to. The fact that she used to write bad checks, one, based off of a lot of inexperience and not really knowing how finances worked. And then two, kind of just being in the pickle and not really, again, knowing the consequences to a lot of these decisions that she's made. So when they say she's a scammer, they're using it loosely to make it seem like, okay, this girl, all she do is scam people, and basically she probably got a warrant out for her arrest. Again, that, from what I know and what I've seen thus far, that happened years ago. And since then, as of late, for like the past few years, as you can see, she's been like a content creator, and it seems that she has gotten her life kind of down the right track. Because again, she didn't even have like no jobs during those times and stuff, and she was just inexperienced at life, following behind a man, basically. So I just wanted to put that context out there because I have started to follow this story ever since it came out. So I'm about to play you the last video, which is going to be basically her response to show, like, man, these people lying. They knew that we were supposed to be out there. They knew my brother was supposed to be out there. And she going to basically show her receipts as to what was going on.
Man, I was in my bed trying to sleep, and I got woke up to a motherfucker line talking about he didn't invite me out there, saying that I wanted to come out there and I wanted to get clout ABC X, Y, and Z. But let me show y'all the proof. First things first, you found out Keith Lee was coming and you said you wanted to make them this weak ass shirt so that you could give it to him. You don't know how to run a t-shirt business, so you asked me to do it, right? If you realize those pictures I took right there, you took those right here in my hallway where my desk is, where I have all of my information, where I have my t-shirt printing machine, all of that. You must have forgot my brother was here when you pulled up, right? You wanted him to do the haircut, but you was out here stressing over the fact that Keith Lee was on his way out here. You couldn't even think straight. But you didn't want me out here. Why are you sending me your mom's logo to see if I can chop it up on a t-shirt? Hold on real quick. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this right here? So if I was not invited, why am I making t-shirts to come? Listen to me. I've never been the person to try to push myself onto bombs in my bad. I've never been the type of person to push myself onto bums in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So after I did that, you said, thank you for everything. I appreciate it. Then something about $25. I don't know what the fuck that is. Of course, I'm going to forever be here. So in the midst of the conversation, I told you that I would come and help you and I would be the cashier. If I was never supposed to be there, if I was never supposed to be in the presence, and I only wanted to see Keith Lee, why on God's green earth am I in the food truck helping? Why am I out there promoting on live the entire time? But let's take it back, because you forgot you text me. You said, if you got a basketball, bring it. It's courts right there we can play on when we need a break. What did I say to you? I don't have a ball. Then the next morning after I said that, I said, wake up. My little brother can't come. You said, damn. I said, my middle brother is here. You said they got to have experience or they gon' drown. It takes a minute to get the hang of things. You got to remember the timers and all of that. I only know a few people who have worked fast food, but you never invited me? You never wanted my brother to come out there and drop fries? You wanted my 18-year-old brother to miss school so that your motherfucking mama can have the help that she needed? I said, I don't know. I'm going to help out in all the areas I can. Hopefully, you find someone. Then I said I was on the way. He said, okay. I said, you up? Dress? We have work to do. He said, I'm ready. 10 minutes away. Okay, and I pulled up to the spot. See, I ain't want to do it to you, Trey. On my kids, I did not want to do it to you. I begged you. I pleaded to you. Right here in my bedroom yesterday on my phone. I said, bro, I'm going to give your mama to 5 o'clock to make it right with my brother. It could have been me she played with. It could have been anybody else in America she played with. But when you brought that shit to my house, you brought that shit to my land, my front porch. That's where I had a problem with it. You looked me dead in my face and said, if you go and make a video, this shit gonna fall back on me. If you go and make a video, this shit gonna tarnish me. If you go and make a video, everything was pointing me to the ultimatum of choose your brother or choose my platform. And by golly, with the, ooh, shit, I'm getting pissed the fuck off. I would never in a million years choose your motherfucking platform when your platform was built off of me. You do understand that, right? You do understand that, right? I done built 3 pages from the ground up organically. I've made millions of followers organically, and you stuck at 200,000 and you telling me that, come on, bro, come on. You want to do it? We about to do it. Watch this.
So y'all, that is everything as of now. Like I said, Sherelle has been going live to kind of give an update, but I came to y'all to simply say, who do you feel is right and wrong in the situation? There can be accountability to me on all ends due to the lack of communication. However, ultimately, it becomes an issue of somebody kind of trying too hard to gatekeep, um, because again, she received well enough money in addition to the girl telling her keep the $1,000 that he said give to me because I really just wanted to see him. My goal was fulfilled. You struggling, just make sure my brother get the $1,000. So even if he didn't cut a free head, she still had an extra $1,000 in addition to the Keith Lee effect that she was supposed to be receiving. And I'm not going to say it's supposed to because it wasn't guaranteed, but that she probably would have received because in addition to the post that Keith Lee made, Sherelle, she has a following. The son, he has a following. They could have continued to use some of that footage to continue to promote. And once people would have been seeing that Keith Lee actually went there, they would have started to now come, even if it wasn't strictly from Keith Lee's post. I mean, it's so many things that they could have done. Oh, come and try these 8.7 ribs that Keith Lee, you know what I'm saying? Like so many things, but the opportunity was now basically waste because um no one is patronizing her business because now she's being seen as greedy. She's being seen as someone who was trying to take advantage of these other people when again she received well enough money that it probably 10, 12x of what she would normally see in a day. And it is unfortunate because, you know, prior to this, she wasn't receiving business. After this, she probably it'll take a while before she starts receiving business, but now it's put a negative spotlight on the good deeds that Keith Lee does, which again, he does this for a lot of businesses and he does not charge for promotion. He does not give fake reviews and he just tries to honestly help these people in the situations that they are because he knows that they have poor marketing and they're not able to do a lot of things and they don't have the same platform as him. So a lot of those things um, are now basically going, a lot of things that happen is going to end up tarnishing the fact that he came. And at the end of the day, sometimes as a business owner, just how they say customers are always right, you have to be able to look at the situation. Sometimes it's not about being right. Sometimes it's just about, okay, what is the end goal? Are we still going to be able to meet what the goal is? The goal was to get him here. The goal was for him to rate the food and now use this as an opportunity to create an audience. You had the opportunity, but because of all the negative controversy, you may not be able to use it to your advantage. In some cases, like they say, no press is bad press if you know how to use it. She's an older lady, so she might not really know how to use social media to the best of its advantages. And use it in a way that it could be used to make her marketing. But right now, because everybody has taken the story at face value, and Sherelle was able to create the story and the narrative first, um, that's just what it is a stain painted because again, a lot of people who follow Keith Lee, they are in positions that they want to support everything that he has in every business that he goes to because he's one, he has the platform, and two, they have some type of generosity and some type of giving heart to follow not only the trend but to help sow seeds in the same way to keep these businesses afloat. And again, you know, he visits all nationalities in terms of like business owners, but especially when it comes to baby these black and brown businesses. Once he goes there, baby, them black and brown people try to get out there and stamp it so that that effect could really help because we do know that a lot of times we're underserved. We're not given the same opportunities as others. In addition to not being able to have not have the same financial opportunities as others. In addition to wanting to break generational curses, especially financially, and we know a lot of time businesses help to get you in that place to be able to be financially separated or ahead. And so that's why a lot of times the black and brown people go out of their way to support and to follow a lot of restaurant that he does because they know that one, his reviews are honest, two, is coming from a good place, and they want to be a part of helping to sow that seed. So this is one of those situations where you have to look at, was that stinginess or greediness or Paw Patrol gatekeeping worth the negative publicity that came around it. You're going to definitely have publicity now, but is it going to be good enough to turn and change the narrative? That's the question. If you are in the chat, make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you say hi in the chat. chat. Let us know you are here. I thought that this was a very good story because it becomes a learning opportunity. Because again, you never know what could make or break you, and sometimes you have to always look at the bigger picture and see how this is going to serve me. And so again, the very moment that they have been waiting on is the very moment that could have basically taken them out. So I'm interested to see what y'all have to say in the comments. Make sure y'all, if y'all see me on live, jump in. Tell me hi. Let me know what y'all have to say. We're building a community around here. We're trying to bring out stories that people are talking about so that we can jump in and share our perspectives. So let me know what y'all think. Again, we have a few viewers out here that's on the live. Make sure that you jump in the chat, say hi. If you see the video later, type in the chat your opinions and if you have been following this story because it started to go viral. So we're gonna call this a TikTube. We're taking TikTok and bringing it over to YouTube. But this was our story live behind the headlines. Make sure that you also check out some of our previously uploaded video and content. Um, we were talking about the latest in the headlines. I'm hoping to bring some more content your way. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I want this channel to really grow, us to have a community where we're giving feedback, talking, sharing information. Send me emails if y'all have any kind of information that y'all want to share, want me to look into and bring forward. Again, y'all, I hope y'all have a happy Friday. Make sure that you like this video, share with everyone that you know. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can become an official Chatty Patty lover. And I promise you're going to love it here. And last but not least, turn on your notification bells. Turn them on so that you can know whenever we upload a new video or go live. That is all for now. Thank you, Chatty Patty. I love you. I'm about to start breaking down in a Barney. I love you. You love me. But yeah, we're about to create a happy family. Keep subscribing. Make sure that also, if you subscribe, come back and check out our content. In order for us to grow, you have to do some of those things like the video, subscribe to the channel so that other people can find us and we could grow. Chat with me in the comments. Y'all know I'm a one band, one sound. So anything that you see happening on this channel is only one person that's doing it. So give me some time to respond. Even if I don't respond to your comments, I see them because y'all know I be in them comments. Okay. So that's gonna be all for now. And until next time, bye bye.